Alright, boys and girls, I'm gonna try to make this video short and sweet. Unfortunately, um, throughout the week, there's a lot of injuries that that's coming to light. Where a lot of players, a lot of star players, specifically receivers, are injured and more than likely wouldn't play. It means that we absolutely have to pivot, and we got to go to what I always tell y'all to do. I want y'all to focus on who's going to get the snaps, who's going to get the touches, and who's going to get the targets. If we just follow those three rules, you know, I'm not going to say you're going to have the greatest lineup of all time every Sunday, but you're going to put yourself in a spectacular position to cash. If you watch my, what video was that? If you watched my showdown video for the Giants in Dallas, I told y'all keep it simple. Focus on who's going to get the snaps, targets, and touches. I said specifically, I like Lamb, Neighbors, Singletary. Singletary was ass. Lamb was what I expected, and Neighbors was sensational, despite him getting hurt, despite losing. For him being a rookie, for him being what he is, he's ahead of pace. He's further along than a lot of the receivers in this league. To make a long story short, my lineup was a takedown in my contest. First place. I heard from some other people too that first place, second place, first place, second place. We keep it simple. There's no theatrics here. Snaps, touches, targets. You'll always be in a position to cash. I'm in a good mood. What we're gonna do is we're gonna start to build the lineup. We're gonna start to build the lineup with whatever receivers we have left. We're gonna attack a game. We're gonna slow it down because you know what? One thing that I did, one thing that affected me, or one thing I dealt with when I first started playing NFL DFS is that it gets overwhelming. You get all these quarterbacks, all these receivers. There's so many people to pick. There's so many choices. Narrow it down to what you like. Narrow it down to your core. Narrow it down to the quarterbacks you like, the receivers you like, the running backs you like, the game environments that you like, and stick with it. Don't let nobody talk you off of what you like. But one thing I want to stress, because I'm going to say it again, focus on players that are going to get snaps. Okay, let's stop at snaps, because you could play a wide receiver too that gets 3 targets. He could get 7 targets one game and 3 the next. That's fine. You can't control that, but you can predict what's most likely to happen, and that's what I want you to do. I want you to project and predict what's more than likely gonna happen, and you're gonna always put yourself in a position to cash. All right. The reason I stress it is very important. All right, you got Hurts, 72. Not going to go over everybody. I haven't been impressed with Hurts this season. I'm going to watch their last game again sometime on Saturday, sometime before Sunday, just so I could understand what I'm really dealing with. But I haven't been impressed with him. Kansas City, we already know what that is. That's going to be the Ray Rice, Patrick Mahomes party. Pacheco when he comes back. I don't know what the fuck else he's doing. Stroud. Another thing is, like, I don't watch these shows anymore. Even though after I started my channel, I still was watching, some of these shows. I stopped doing that months ago, and it's helped me. It's helped me win more my way without any type of outside influence. And they say if it's not broke, don't fix it. I don't really care what everybody else is doing. I don't care about ownership. I don't care about what's popular. I want to play what makes sense. I want to play the people that's going to score a lot of points. If you're listening to my video, right, it's more than likely you're playing single entry, double entry, 3 entries, stuff like that. You're not playing 150 lineups. So people that are playing 150 lineups more than likely are not going to be watching my video, unless they really fuck with me and they just, want to hear my voice, because they're doing they're running sims, and then they're just transferring it to the apps, transferring it to DraftKings, transferring it to FanDuel, and they're done. They're not hand building lineups. If you're hand building lineups, you're playing a few lineups, you're playing Showdown, then you're listening to me, right? So, I don't care what everybody else is doing. I have my theories. I have my quarterback pools. I have my receiver, running back pools. I have my game environments that I want to attack. Obviously, some things are hella obvious. You're making a few lineups. You want to switch it up sometimes, yeah. But I'm not going to be not playing somebody because everybody else likes them. That's something I don't do. All that being said, Stroud is going to be hella. Stroud and Houston is going to be hella popular. Too obvious. Not going to build a lineup. Like, I'm not going to build that lineup. I think we did Murray last video. I don't trust Burrow. I know Chase and Burrow going through, some emotional shit. So I don't know, whatever. Couples quarrels or whatever you want to call it. Because Chase is coming off like a bitch to me, but that's just me. Maybe I got to understand his point of view a little bit better. He's still coming off like a little bitch. Anyway, it's going to be a team like Cincinnati that goes crazy that we're not going to have. One of these teams, Daniels, he put the world on notice. He's going to be popular. I don't mind playing him naked. I'm looking for a bounce back game from Mayfield and Carr, two of my mid range guys that I like going to. Rodgers had glimpses, but he's not him anymore. He did have glimpses, but I was against New England. Yeah, that was against New England, but I'm not going to play Aaron Rodgers. I don't want to throw away my quarterback spot. I want to play somebody that I know that's going to give me put me in a position to win. I don't think that's Aaron Rodgers. Trevor Lawrence, it's been looking disgusting. Darnold will be a little bit more popular. Williams had looked better. I think Caleb Williams has a good Sunday, has a good week 4. I'm trying to see who we're going to build a lineup around. Definitely not Deshaun Watson. Because him in that line looks crazy. I think he spends more time kissing the grass than he does looking for receivers. Let's do a Jaden Daniels quarterback, right? So I can show you that we could play a quarterback without a receiver. I don't think I'm gonna get one of his receivers. I don't think. But you know what? That's probably a bad. What you call that? That's a bad example. If you're a newer player, I'm setting a bad example. So maybe we'll grab a wide receiver from Washington. All right, let's go to Arizona, and let's pretend like this game is a shootout, right? So you got Daniels. No, I did Arizona the last time, right? So let's not do that. Let's pick another team. I did do Arizona last time. Let's do another team. Oh, watch this crazy shit. Watch this. I just thought about this. Where's he at? Andrew, right here, 5,300, right? Let's go, Andrew. Right now, I'm gonna need 60 likes on this video because I'm about to give y'all some work. Deontay, what's up, my boy? His groin limited, questionable, precautionary. All right, let's pretend like he plays. Anyway, Dalton, we're going to go Deontay Johnson if he could hold up. If Deontay Johnson can't hold up, I more than likely will do a last-minute video anyway, Sunday morning, so don't worry about it. Saturday night, Sunday morning, so don't worry about it. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. But let's just pretend they're being precautionary with him. He's going to be Dalton's favorite receiver. Why? Because he had 14 targets. You know what 14 targets is? His price only went up a couple dollars. If he's playing and he's good to go, he's a great value. Fire his ass up. Give me Dalton. Give me Johnson. We're going to run it back with the guy that, a little emotional lately. Mr. Chase. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Dalton and Deontay. We're gonna hope that Burrows is throwing some dimes to Chase, and they could, stop being emotional for a game or two. We got Chase up in there, and my secret quarterback, since Ingram is out, my value quarterback, I'm gonna go to Mr. Strange at $3,100 because he's gonna unlock. He's gonna unlock the rest of this lineup for me. So I got a value quarterback. I got a value tight end. I got a value wide receiver, and I got one spend up in Chase. And what I'm hoping for, we're hoping for a little bit of a shootout. And this is just a little bit of a mid-range build. Like I said, if Deontay is out, or regardless, I'm probably still gonna do one last video before Sunday to get y'all ready. So, what I would do is, especially if you're new to the NFL, take a little piece of all these videos that you're watching. You know what I'm saying? Just take a little piece. That's what I used to do. That's what helped build me up. I take a little piece from all the videos that I watch, and then I put it in a pot and made my own way of thinking. Even with NBA DFS, there was one point I would sit in my car and I got a calculator out. I got my other phone out, and I would just start calculating how many points I need per spot to put myself to cash. And then I started timing the salaries by how many times salary do I need? How many times do I need from this salary for me to be in a position to cash? So that's how I started forming my way of logic with DFS. So just take a piece of what everybody's saying, take what works for you, and then, transfer it into wins. About to go to FanDuel. If you're new here, welcome. Appreciate you taking time to watch my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. Hit the bell, thumbs up the video. If you're struggling to cash, no problem. I can help you. Check out the Patreon linked in the description. Check out the channel memberships right here on YouTube. Super chats are open and available. I am doing a NFL yearly, so strictly NFL lineups, all slates. I think let's do $100. Let's do $100 for the rest of the season, going straight through the Super Bowl. You could DM me or send me a message if you're interested in that. But everything's going to be in the description, and it might say like 120 or something like that. It's 100. If you're listening to my voice, it's 100 for the season long for NFL. We're at week 4 now. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, let's go to FanDuel. Let's wrap this bad boy up. This main slate. What is this? Yeah, this is main slate. Okay. Josh Allen was balling, right? Josh Allen was balling. Lamar Jackson looks good. I kind of low-key want to make a Josh Allen lineup. We spoke about Stroud heavy. We got Purdy. We got Carr against Atlanta. Let's do you know what? We spoke about it. I spoke about it briefly last week. Didn't pull the trigger on it. Mr. Darnold, I apologize. We're not going to do no bat flips. We're going to go straight to Jefferson. You're going to have to find some type of value to put with Jefferson because he's priced to the moon. Let's see what we could run it back with from Green Bay. Got Reed, good option. You got Watson if you want to save a couple bucks. I know I'm going to find value on this slate, so I probably would just try to get to Reed. 2 targets, 7 targets week 1, 3 targets week 2, 2 targets week 3. Okay. Watson, 5 targets and 2 targets. Not cute. And we had Mr. Reed. 6 targets, 2 targets, and 6 targets. I'm always going to gravitate to the guy that's going to get the most volume, that has the most volume of targets, because that shows some type of consistency and some type of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like some type of bond with the quarterback. Synergy. It shows synergy with the quarterback. Like, believe me when I tell you that quarterbacks have their favorite receivers. Some of them have their tight ends that they look to get out of trouble. And, you know, don't be shy to favor quarterbacks with their favorite receivers. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't mind a Lazard with Rodgers, because he loves going to Lazard, especially when he's in trouble. Let's do a flex. Let's do a flex to try to find somebody not too crazy. Oh, might help to get out of that. All right, flex. Let's see what we got here. Let's see who's someone. Jennings. What do you have? 3 touchdowns last game. Don't think that's gonna happen again. We got Bowers in play. We got McLaurin. You could absolutely pair up with Daniels. DJ Moore's in play. Who is mid-range that I feel comfortable with? Shaheed. I'm expecting Shaheed to have a bounce-back game. He had like, what, 2 targets? 5 targets. 5 targets, no receptions. After 2 tremendous games, week 1 and week 2. You know what? Ownership should be that people should be off of him if they game log watch. Let's go back to him. I wanted somebody in the 6K range anyway. Let's go back to him. I think he has a bounce back game. So we're gonna go Darnold with Jefferson. We're gonna run it back with Reed. If you want to run it back with another Green Bay Packer, that's fine. It's your painting. It's your artwork. You do what you want to do with it. But it's gonna, any Justin Jefferson lineup is gonna be a touch tricky because of his pricing, but we're gonna have a lot of value anyway. So listen, I need y'all to get me to 60 likes. I know y'all can handle that, no problem. I'm gonna go in and get out of here. As more news comes out on Saturday, more than likely Saturday night, Sunday morning, I'll do one last video with all the players that, you know, are available, just in case there's a lot more injuries come out. So don't worry about that. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, thumbs up the video. You guys got that covered. Don't forget about my NFL weekly package. The fuck am I talking about? My NFL year long, $100. Hit me up for information. Patreon linked in the description. Channel memberships here on YouTube. Super chats are open and available. And I'll talk to y'all later. I'll talk to y'all soon. Ciao.